Hello! I've just received a box from Grabie full of mystery art supplies. I don't know what's in here, so let's open it up and have a look, shall we? Although it looks like it's already started to be open here. Don't know what happened to that. Let's get into it! That's a pretty box, and of course the obligatory "May the Art Be With You" postcard that they always put in their boxes. That's really lovely. I think they called this a New Year's gift, so that was really kind of them to send me this. And I love the box. The pattern on the packaging is just wonderful. So let's get it open and see what's in here. Oh, it's so beautifully packaged. Let's see if I can retain that sticker to put in a book or something. Yes, managed to get that off without ripping it. That's some pretty paper that they've wrapped it in too. Oh wow, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. We have some glitter gel ink pens, which is great actually because I do have some, but they are so ancient and most of them don't work anymore, so it's nice to get some new ones. Ooh, tweezers, these are always really handy and I don't have that many. Oh wow, those are really thin ones. Let me just pull these out very quickly. Those are solid metal as well. They feel really good. Look how fine that point is on it. Wow, that one's even tinier. Those will come in really handy in my studio. These tend to be used for peeling stickers and things like that. But I'm very happy to have those. Yay! I love skinny washi tapes. I've been using these quite a lot and I'm running out very quickly, so it's good to have a couple more in my collection. These are so handy for sketchbooks. Sometimes you just want to have a really thin line, and they're pretty designs too. It's kind of hard to use them and peel them off again, so I will definitely have to stick some of it just in the book for decoration. Then there are some larger washi tapes. This one's huge. That's so pretty, with that crane design on it. Gorgeous. And then a slightly smaller one. Are they peacocks? No, or are they fans? I think they're fans. And then a smaller one again, which is more of a standard washi tape with a cherry blossom design on it. Those are lovely. What have we got here? I might have to open all of the plastic so we can see what's in them. I have no idea what this is. See if I can peel that box open without destroying it completely. Okay, that's interesting. It does have a cloth feeling to it. It feels a bit like origami paper, but with a different texture to it. That's quite nice. Are they different patterns? Oh, they are. I could see these being put in an art journal and then sticking things over the top of them, so they'd be really good as backgrounds. Those are gorgeous. I think all of them are different designs too, just from the quick look that I've had. That one's really pretty. Oh my gosh, it's 100% cotton, yay! I love watercolor paper. I've been wanting to try Grabie's actually. I've seen it online and I was thinking to myself, do I get some? But of course I'm on a low buy, so I've been very, very picky as to what I buy this year. And I'm so happy that I actually have been sent some to try out. It's really pretty cover too. Maybe I'll just put that to one side for the moment. Oh, a calendar. A scrapbooking calendar, so I guess you can make your own designs on them. Oh, they're all over the place. I got December next, but anyway, it feels like it might be watercolor paper. I think when this video comes out, we're already into February, but I will work on this. It is actually January as I'm opening the box. Look at all of these beautiful stickers. I've been looking at Grabie's website a few times and I'm really impressed with some of the products they've been adding, like all these things that I really want to have, these really gorgeous stickers, and I've been telling myself, no, you have to be good and not spend too much money this year, but now I have a set of them to try out. I'm really excited about that, but I'll open this up too. They're in nice Ziploc bags too, which is always handy. So we've got little flower containers, does it say? Something like that. I'll have to pull them out to actually read that. Butterflies, a jar with some leaves. Oh, I love the birds. They're gorgeous. Some little paper ones. Those are really cute. Little labels and things. How cute are these? And some gorgeous stickers. Oh, that's such a great bag of delightful goodies. And one last thing in the bottom. Let's see what this is. I like the little envelope too. I think these are like different textured backgrounds so that you can layer things on them in a journal. I don't do a lot of journaling, but I am really interested in it, so it's definitely something I want to do more of. I think I'm just going to have to pull it all out here. There we go. I might just leave it out of that plastic because it's got a sticky bit on the top and that's just going to get stuck on the paper. So that can go in the bin and I'll just keep everything in this envelope. What feels like a fake snow on it. Some very fibrous paper. That's pretty. It looks like natural fibres. That's really interesting too. Oh, they're all lovely. So much potential here to make some interesting collages. So I might put everything in the envelope and that will keep it safe and sound. Alright, I'm going to open the watercolor paper because I'm really curious to see what it's like. Oh yeah, that's some nice looking paper. I don't know if you could see, that is a cold press texture. And it's pretty thick, a 300 GSM I would say. Yeah, so I'll have to do a little painting on that to try it out. So here's everything that's in the box. I knew Grabie was going to send me something because they told me there was a parcel in the mail, but I was most definitely not expecting all of this. What an incredibly generous gift they've sent out to me, but of course I am going to review it as well because that's only fair and I am a YouTube reviewer, so that's the biggest perk of the job, is getting sent free stuff, and I am so excited to use all of these stickers and washi tapes and other delicious goodies. So I'll have a think about it and I'll come up with a few little artworks. I'll probably do a painting and then maybe something with this calendar. I definitely want to use as much stuff as possible in the pictures so we can see how it all works together. First up is January, and I really didn't know what to do with this one, so I just stuck some of the tape down because I thought it was so pretty, and then I thought I might as well swatch out the glitter pens, and I just made wavy lines doing this. They are gorgeous, they're really juicy, and they have a lot of sparkle in them. I really like this set of pens. Anything that has smooth ink flow is a winner in my book. The colours too are very nice and they went well together. A lot of blues and greens, but also a few reds and golds at the end, which I actually ended up putting on the other side of the picture over here. I thought this pen was black, but it's actually like a really deep plum colour. It's so gorgeous. And then we have more of a standard purple and another pinky colour. Actually, this one was more of a duochrome between pink and purple, and then we have the pink here, along with an orange next and then a gold. So the lines on the left hand side weren't as neat as the ones on the right hand side, but we'll just kind of ignore that a bit. And then I thought I'd peel off one of these stickers using those little tweezers, and I coloured in the paper sticker with the glitter pens. As I said, I was just making this up as I went along. I had no plan on what to do. I just thought it would be fun to stick stickers on. I just love that washi tape. It's got such a pretty design on it and it fit perfectly on this particular piece of cardboard. I really like the concept of having a calendar that you can decorate yourself. In previous years I've had colouring calendars which are quite fun too, but this one's even more challenging with a totally blank slate and you could just add anything. And I thought I'd add in a Happy New Year since I think this gift is for the Lunar New Year, which we just had. I stuck on a few of those lovely shiny butterfly stickers. I could have cut the plastic around the edges I guess, but way too lazy for that. I just stuck them on and chopped the top off there, and then it just felt like it needed something else, so I grabbed out a black gel pen and drew in some extra black lines. This whole thing got quite busy, but I considered this one my experimental page because I really was testing out some of the supplies, like all of the gel pens and some of the washi tape, also a few stickers. I'm definitely going to try and do every single month this year because this was really fun and relaxing. So I'd like to see if I can create a full calendar of just random pictures and stickers. I don't know what it's going to be like. That's kind of the fun of these things, being spontaneous and not planning too much. Usually I'll get some sort of inspiration as I go, as we'll see in February in a moment. I'll just finish this one up. Sometimes it's really hard to know when to finish, and of course I just kept going with this. I was in a little bit of a zone here. It was very therapeutic just colouring in black lines. I think it ties the whole thing together. Let me know what you think in the comments. But here is the finished piece for January. The top part doesn't really match with the washi tape, but that's okay. I like all of the colour and sparkles. So that's January done, much like this month, and on to February. I pulled a few of those fabric papers out to decide what to use and decided that I really wanted to go for this gingham pattern. I was thinking of a picnic blanket. or tablecloth. And now I'm using some glue tape, which wasn't in the box. It's something I had as a stash of my own. Really good stuff. And I really liked this little jar that was actually part of the autumn leaves packet. And I had some gingham left over, so I started cutting out a few hearts. And then I remembered that song from about, gosh, it has to be more than 10 years old now, Jar of Hearts. But it got stuck in my head, and of course it inspired this entire collage. I'll see if I can link it. I think it's on YouTube somewhere. But this is what happens. I'll get an idea in my head suddenly pop up, and then everything just spawns from there. I thought I'd add in one of the bird stickers, so I'm chopping off the extra plastic this time rather than leaving it on. It was so fiddly to do, and I think I cut off part of its foot. I guess that's why it's called fussy cutting. And I eventually peeled that off from the backing and stuck it down. Now I'm cutting up these puffy hearts because I wanted that Jar of Hearts concept. These hearts I've had for more than 15 years because I actually bought these for my own wedding as table scatters for the reception. I only used about half of the supply of hearts, so I've hoarded these all this time just waiting for a use. And they came in handy today, although I still have heaps of them. I used the glue tape to stick them down. It was so awkward, but I got there eventually, and I think they look pretty neat on top of the jar. I did consider colouring in the jar, but in the end I decided to leave it plain because it does kind of match with that gingham background. I stuck a few extra hearts, including a few broken ones on the background, and then I used my label maker to cut out Jar of Hearts because I didn't have any words that I could just stick on, you know, that you get in crafting supplies. The label maker worked perfectly for this, as did those little tweezers for picking up tiny awkward bits of sticker. I stuck that last little bit of gingham down there and a few extra hearts just to balance the whole thing out. And I really love how this card worked out because I'd gone from no concept to a really strong concept, I think. Just for some reason that jar and hearts got in my mind. And now I cannot get that song out of my head. It's so annoying! But I also really wanted to try out the watercolor paper that Grabie sent me, so I used some of the beautiful gold washi tape to stick around the edges and make a border, and now I'm drawing in a fox, or it's supposed to be a fox. I don't really know what it is. It's a bit of a funny shape. Going from the reference photo, it was quite fluffed up because it is in the snow. And I was actually inspired to draw this picture by the washi tape itself because I was thinking of those golden colours, and I'd saved out this reference photo recently, so I thought I'd use it for this particular painting. I'm going for a very limited palette here. I'm using lamp black in the background, and the fox will be painted in quinacridone rust, both by M. Graham. As you can see, the paint is dispersing beautifully in water, so you can get a really good wet on wet technique with this lovely cotton paper. And it does cause that nice dry shift, which was really good for this. I just wanted a delicate blurry background, reminiscent of trees in the snow, I guess. And now I'm painting the fox with that quinacridone rust, as I mentioned before. That was pretty much the perfect colour for it. And I was going to use a few other colours, but in the end I just decided to keep this a fairly monochromatic painting. Or duochromatic, because I do have the lamp black as well, if you want to consider that a colour. I'm using silver black velvet brushes, which will make another appearance in an upcoming video because I have been filming a few things all at the same time, and I'll be using the M. Graham paints again in that too. I tend to pull a palette out onto my desk and use it for a few videos and then switch it out for something else. But I'm really happy with the paper that Grabie sent. It's excellent quality and works just as well as any other cotton paper I've ever used. And I'll just take a moment to thank Grabie for sending me this whole box of goodies. It was so much fun opening it and seeing all the really cool stuff inside. This paper is just fantastic. I've been sent a few things by Grabie over the last couple of years and everything's been really great so far. I will be putting a link in the description below. They do ship to Australia, but I think the currencies are only in US dollars and British pounds at the moment. Possibly euro, no Australian dollar, very unfortunate, so it's probably a little expensive getting stuff sent. That's the only downfall for us poor Aussies, and I really hope one day they will include the Australian dollar in their currency options. But aside from that, yeah, really good products, and I would recommend them as a company. Aside from art supplies, they do have quite a lot of these cool little stationery supplies too for journaling, because I know a lot of people love that. The tape peeled off easily without ripping the paper either, that's always a win. I did put that tape to one side, and I'm just finishing up the picture with a little bit of pen drawing over the top using a white Signo broad nib gel pen. I can't live without those. I always have to have them in my collection. They are the best white pens I've ever used, really. Little bit of a signature and I'm done. A winter fox. Here are all of the projects I got done today. I really like how this jar of hearts came out. That was a fun one to do, and these glitter pens are just lovely. They're so shiny, as is that tape. So I like how this came out even if it is a little busy. The watercolor paper is really nice. It works just as I would expect 100% cotton paper to act like. It's all nice and blurry in the background, and this has come out relatively well. It's a bit funny, but I don't mind it, and I'm happy with the quality. A little bit of warping, I did use quite a lot of water here. And I haven't thrown that tape away, I've kept it. I've stuck it on the back of this envelope, and I think I might try and use this in March's calendar piece. So I will be doing some shorts videos throughout the year, making the rest of these. I think I'll make it a fairly regular thing. Once a month I will come up with a new design using stuff out of the box and probably some of my own things. It's a great way to use up some craft supplies. So this turned out to be a really fun mystery box of supplies. I enjoyed everything in here, and there's still heaps of stuff to use. As I said, I'm going to be making more of these throughout the year, so don't forget to click that subscribe button if you'd like to follow along and see what else I can come up with, and I'd really appreciate a thumbs up on this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you had fun watching this as much as I had fun making all of these things, and I'll see you all again really soon in my next video. In the meantime, if you want to check out a couple of others, I've got them up here for you to do that. You might want to see what other things Grabie has sent me. Have a great day out there, and I'll swatch you later. Bye!